What's up, party people? Welcome to A Cup of Schmo. What's a cup of schmo? It's exactly what you think it is. It's me waking up and drinking a cup of this, talking sports and entertaining people like you. And holy schmoly, it's been a wild past few days of sports. The Schmo saw the Lakers win the first ever NBA in-season tournament right here in Las Vegas. Shohei Ohtani is an LA Dodger with a 10-year, $700 million contract. Week 14 of the NFL season was bonkers, and in boxing, Devin Haney made it look easy against Regis Prograis and is now a two-division champion. And there's going to be another huge weekend right here in Las Vegas with UFC 296 at T-Mobile Arena. Leon Edwards is defending his welterweight title against Colby Covington. You got Paddy the Baddy Pimblett against Tony Ferguson, Ian Machado Gary against Vicente Luque, and a completely stacked card. We've got a full brew of sports action to talk about right here live from Mustang Sally's Diner in Las Vegas. This is A Cup of Schmo.
What's up, party people? How we doing? This is the Schmo. I'm joined today with the pro. She's the former unified junior lightweight boxing champion, the Olympian, the broadcaster, Mikaela Mayer. How we doing today?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me.
Of course. This is a cup of Schmo. The Schmo loves drinking his cup of coffee and talking sports, and that's what we're doing here today.
I'm excited to be here.
We're excited to have you. Obviously, we just had a big weekend in boxing. We saw Devin Haney become a two-division champion, beating Regis Prograis pretty decisively. And obviously, you were there for the United States Olympic trials, part of the broadcast team for the hopefuls for 2024 Olympics in Paris. A big weekend in boxing.
Big weekend in boxing. Haney versus Prograis was obviously really exciting. I think that we all thought it was going to be a lot more competitive than what it really was. Haney just sort of outclassed Regis, using that height and that reach and that spacing that he's so good at, that jab that he's so good at. So props to Devin Haney. It was a great performance.
And he certainly did. I believe the Schmo saw on CompuBox that it was the lowest output total, least amount of shots landed by a boxer since they started doing those statistics from a Regis Prograis.
Yeah, I think people are really shocked about that because Regis is usually a really aggressive sort of, dog of a fighter, and he just couldn't close that space between, with Devin Haney. He couldn't get past his jab. He couldn't get his punches off. His feet seemed a little bit wide. He was sort of ducked over to the left, right in the line of fire of Haney's backhand. So just didn't have any luck that night.
So this certainly makes Devin Haney climb the ranks of the pound-for-pound list. If you were making your rankings, where does this move him?
It definitely moves him up. He's definitely a contender now for Fighter of the Year. I give him that. But everyone has an opinion on those pound-for-pound rankings. So who really knows? I still think that he's so young and has a long way to go. So I know he'll probably continue to climb his way up. But definitely top 5.
On a quick note of Fighter of the Year, do you have a leading favorite right now for Fighter of the Year for 2023?
I wouldn't be hesitant to give it to Devin Haney. He's had really 2 hard fights this year against Lomachenko and now Regis Prograis. Obviously, I'm a big fan of Terrence Crawford, but he only had that one fight against
Errol
Spence this year. So, it's going to be hard. And Inoue, I think, is also in the running. So Inoue, Devin Haney, and Crawford. Both top prospects. Whoever it goes to, I wouldn't have a problem with it.
So obviously Devin Haney up at 140 pounds, but what do we see next? Because there's been links to a Ryan Garcia, there's a Tank Davis. If you were playing matchmaker, for all the boxing fans out there, what would you like to see next, Mikaela?
That division of guys, there's so many fights that you can make, right? You got Teofimo in the mix. Shakur Stevenson, even though he's a weight class below, could easily come up. Ryan Garcia, Tank Davis. So as long as these guys are willing to make the fights happen, which has been sort of the problem a little bit with boxing and all the different promoters. There's going to be some really great fights. I think, if I had to guess, Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia potentially next. But I think the big fight that everyone really wants to see would be someone like Devin Haney versus Shakur Stevenson.
Oh, that would certainly be it. But let's get back to you. We just saw you on the broadcast, Olympic trials. Who are our hopefuls for 2024? Anyone stand out to you?
You know who really stood out to me the most were the heavier weight classes of the men. Now, these are new guys that I've never seen before, so I couldn't give you their names right now, and I feel bad about that. But the 178-pounder, the heavyweight 201, and the 201 plus, I mean, those guys can box, and you competitive at the to impress you with the speed and the agility. They've changed the Olympic qualifying procedure, so a lot of these people who won trials this year aren't our number ones, because we had a qualifier already. So a handful of our top people already qualified for the Olympics, and they didn't have to go to the Olympic trials. You have Urijah Gonzalez, who's definitely a big prospect. She was my biggest, toughest fight in the 2016 games. So I always expected her to eventually, make the following team and do big things. So she's on the team now this year. She's qualified for Paris. And definitely looking to see what she can do.
Well, speaking of looking to see what she can do, you got a big fight coming up next month across the pond, England. It's electrifying over there. Talk to us about your preparations for this upcoming fight. You're training right here. Las Vegas is a new home for you. DLX
Yes.
Boxing Gym. Mm-hmm. What's going on with you?
So recently moved to Vegas. I think nobody can argue that this has become the mecca of not just boxing but fighting. You have the UFC PI here, which I have been training at, for my strength training and obviously all my treatment. It's just a great facility to have. DLX has been a great boxing program or boxing gym, and you have tons of gyms around here, so I'm getting tons of sparring, tons of work. I think the biggest difference in this camp is that I've moved up 3 weight classes since my 130-pound reign, right? So a lot more comfortable, a lot fuller, but a lot more comfortable, feeling strong, and just trying to do everything I can to be a competitive 147-pounder, because I've been cutting down for so many years and preventing my body from filling out and growing. So just been doing the work so that I can be a competitive 147-pounder. Got the world title fight against IBF champ Tasha Jonas coming January 20th. So just working in camp, ready to get my belts back.
And what do you know about your opponent? Fighting in England, that crowd is always electric over there, too. And by the way, one quick note, you must have a great tailor, because you going up in all this weight, all those suits for the broadcast, that can't be fitting the same.
No, I literally was packing for the press conference in the UK, and I panicked because I was like, I don't fit in anything anymore. I don't fit in any of my clothes. I think I picked out 2 or 3 outfits, the last 2 or 3 outfits I possibly fit in. So yes, that was rough. But this is not just going to be in the UK, this fight. It's going to be in Liverpool, which is Tasha Jonas's hometown. So I may have the crowd against me for the first time in my career. Hopefully not as much, because I have fought out in the UK the last 3 fights. So last year I've been fighting out there. Hopefully I have a solid fan base, but it's definitely going to be a live audience.
And what's the difference between those crowds and the United States crowds?
Man, I think everyone in the UK is just a little bit more laid back, a little bit more chiller vibes, right? They go hard for their people, though. So because I'm an American and if the fight's in Liverpool and she's the champion, they're probably going to go really hard for her. But either way, I'm going to kill them with kindness. I love them. I love the energy they bring to the arena, so I'll be fine. They'll love me after.
They certainly will. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. Stay tuned. We're going to hear more from Mikaela Mayer.
Get ready for the year-end sales event at Ford Country. We're clearing the lot, which means everything must go. This is your chance to save big with discounts of up to $6,000 off MSRP. Visit Ford Country in the Valley Auto Mall today.
Helen, how we doing?
Hey, the Schmo, I had so much fun the other night.
Yeah.
I was thinking we should definitely do that again.
Again?
Want to come back to the Pleasure Palace tonight? 7:30 sharp.
You got it, baby.
Bye, Daddy.
All right. How is the Schmo gonna become the pro? Again!
Yeah, that guy's a clown. He was running from the world. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We got Mikaela Mayer in the flesh right here. Mustang Sally's, Las Vegas, Nevada. Tasha, is there anything that she can do that you're not going to be ready for? Or how do you expect to get your hand raised in January?
Definitely nothing I'm not going to be ready for.
Okay.
You know, I moved here for a reason. I set myself up here for a reason. I knew this was going to be a big year for me, a chance for me to get my belts back. So I'm working harder than ever. But there is one thing that she does have to her advantage, and that's that she's a southpaw. And I have not fought a southpaw in my 20 fights as a professional. Obviously, in the amateurs coming up, you fight tons of southpaws, you know, here and there randomly. But as a pro, I haven't. So definitely working on the strategy that comes with fighting a lefty and making sure that, you know, I got my combinations right and that I'm sharp. But I'm not going to let this fight get away from me. I can't. No way.
We appreciate that. Thank you so much, Allie. Hey, we're getting refills on our hot cups of Schmo over here.
Love it.
Yeah, wow, this is outstanding. We appreciate it. Thank you so much, Allie. But the Schmo knows about your heated rivalry with Bumgarner. Obviously, she's been in the news because she's on suspension. Do you think we ever see this fight again? Is she going to have to go up and wait to face you, or is this chapter closed?
There's two parts to this. One, I'm never going back down to 130. We know that. Two, I don't know if I'm ever going to give someone like Bumgarner another shot at a fight with me, because she is under investigation right now and she has popped dirty. And so to me, I've moved on and I'm not going to go back in time or give my energy towards a cheat. So she's got her own issues to deal with right now, and she's not on my radar.
Not on your radar at all?
No.
Okay. Well, listen, we're here in Las Vegas. The Schmo knows you train at the UFC PI. There's a big fight card, 2 welterweights. Leon Rocky Edwards defending the belt against Colby Chaos Covington over here at the T-Mobile Arena. It's got to be electric over there when you're training at the PI. You were telling the Schmo off camera you ran into Meatball Molly?
Yeah, big week at the PI. So ran to Meatball Molly the other day. Big fan of hers, but I didn't realize how big of a fan she was of boxing. I mean, she knows all the names. Apparently, she's Katie Taylor's cousin, which I did not know. So she'll be out in Liverpool, which she's from, because I thought her and Patty were Irish.
Scouser accent.
But yeah, that harsh Liverpool accent, I guess, is Liverpool. So yeah, she'll be out there supporting me versus Tasha, and I don't know if she's Team Mikaela or Team Tasha, but
You didn't poke her to find out?
Yeah, a little bit. I don't think she's taking sides. Hopefully not.
Okay. And then is there anything that you want to leave all the Mikaela Mayer fans out there worldwide with a message over here?
Just stay tuned. I'm, like I said, working harder than ever. I feel better than ever. I'm excited to see what I can accomplish at this new weight class, 147 pounds. So a 3 weight class jump from 130. Tune in January 20th. It'll be on Sky Sports in the UK, ESPN Plus here in the US. Jonas versus Mayer.
Jonas versus Mayer, you don't want to miss it. Real quick, are you an NBA fan, by the way?
No.
Not at all?
No, not boxing, MMA, really. That's it.
No problem, no
Okay.
problem. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go to a quick commercial break. We're going to be talking some NBA next. Stay tuned.
Get ready for the year-end sales event at Ford Country. We're clearing the lot, which means everything must go. This is your chance to save big with discounts of up to $6,000 off MSRP. Visit Ford Country in the Valley Auto Mall today.
You can get cash for your car today. Our dedicated staff is here to help make your car buying experience simple and easy. And right now, we're paying top dollar for all years, all makes, and all models. Is your car leased, purchased, or financed? No problem. Our expert team of appraisers will get you in and out fast with cash for your car. Go to the dealer you can trust. Visit us in store or at FordCountryHenderson.com and get top dollar for your car.
Earlier today, the Schmo spoke to 4-time NBA champion John Salley. We just had Las Vegas's first ever NBA in-season tournament. The Lakers won the cup. We had to chop it up with John Salley, legend of the game. He played for those Lakers, among other teams. Let's go check it out. This is the Schmo,
with the pro, with the 4-time NBA champion, with the first man in NBA history to win a ring with 3 different franchises and to win in 3 different decades. He's the author, the broadcaster, the podcaster, the movie star, John Salley, here in Mustang Sally. Sally on Sally's. How we doing today via Zoom?
Oh, this is wonderful, Schmo. Thanks for having me, brother.
Hey, we had to have you, man. There's a lot of big things happening with the NBA. The Schmo's here in Las Vegas. We just had the inaugural NBA in-season tournament. Your Los Angeles Lakers, they won the thing, man. What's your reaction to it all?
I'm happy that my guy LeBron has another trophy that no one else has, or the first to have it. That's the best way of putting it.
Well, he's got the first trophy, and he also got the MVP, but AD balled out. The Schmo was there in the flesh over at T-Mobile Arena. AD, over 40 points, had all those rebounds. He didn't get the MVP. Was that fair or foul?
Well, remember, it's still a business. So wasn't it a better business to have LeBron pay the first MVP of the, and you know, he's 39 years old. So what is AD, 24? I'm joking. But to have a 39-year-old man, the oldest guy in the league, do what he is doing to the league right now is amazing.
It's unheard of, the longevity of LeBron James and all the records he's continuously putting up. It's looking like this guy could play till he's 45, like what Tom Brady did in the NFL.
Yeah, but remember, Kareem played till he was 42 in the NBA. So, you know, Kareem he got more points than Kareem in 38 years. And then Kareem got in 40. So I think he beat Kareem by a year or so. And it just goes to prove, see, I'm a vegan. You know that. I don't put any bad things in my body. And the longer I can keep this avatar moving the way I like it to move, the better it is.
Well, listen, if you were here in the flesh in Mustang Sally's, the Schmo would have made sure we had a vegan dish whipped up so we could be chopping up face to face, but that's not the case. We owe you a dinner or a meal. But talk to the Schmo for a second, man. So $500,000 was on the line for every single player competing in this tournament. Of your bad boys Pistons, of those 95-96 Bulls, of the first, of the three-peat Lakers with Kobe and Shaq, of all those teams and players, if they had this competition, who do you think would have won the MVP and won it all? I know it's a hypothetical, but give us what you got.
Oh, any team that I was on that won the championship would have won this game. Especially the Pistons, because back in the day, $500,000 was a big time contract. So imagine if you got $500,000 just to win a tournament. That would have been unbelievable. It would have changed all the monies in the NBA. The Bulls, Michael would not have let anybody else hold that trophy up, nor would Kobe or Shaq. But that's not the case. It is a great thought, but I think LeBron willed when he was in the game and they lost by 44 points. You can hear it in his voice, see it on him. Everybody knew they had to step their game up. And even though it may not be a championship, it's a championship for that team that shows if once we put our heads together and play as a unit, no one can beat us.
So it just sounds like to you, John, that LeBron James is the GOAT. The debate's over for you, or is the debate still on the table?
Well, as I said on a different show, not as great as yours, but they're comparing, right? They're comparing LeBron to Michael, and they should, the competition or the comparison, better put, should be Magic Johnson. Same height, takes the ball off the rim, dribbles down, distributes the ball, scores when needed. You know, this LeBron had Kareem and James Worthy and Byron Scott. And a whole bunch of ammunition coming off the bench. He had Kurt Rambis, AC Green. And they had the great coach in Pat Riley. And the mentality was every game was a championship, and you can see that.
Certainly. You brought up Magic Johnson. Let's talk about Halliburton. That guy's balling out. A lot of people are throwing that guy's name as one of the best in the NBA right now. And Schmo even heard people talk about comparisons to Magic Johnson. What do you think of Halliburton right now with this young Indiana Pacers team?
I just don't think they should compare Magic in such a short amount of time. Yeah. The Magic Johnson changed the NBA along with Larry Bird. They came in 79, and they took the lead as far as they can all the way through the 80s. And then Michael took over in the 90s. Then Kobe took over with Shaq in the beginning of 2000s. we ran into an unbelievable San Antonio team. I like that they compare, but Halliburton is playing his game. They need to bring other pros in similar to his game, more like Bernard King.
Longtime New York Knicks great. What's going on over there in Milwaukee with this combination of Damian Lillard and Giannis Antetokounmpo? They haven't gelled yet. Are they going to figure it out? And are they going to represent the East? No.
No, it takes a while, man. Damian came in with some personal problems, personal situations that he's playing through, which usually can throw a certain way. Plus, he was used to being the one with all the weight on his shoulders. He now has Middleton and he has a Giannis, and once they start figuring out times of the game that players are to flourish, it's going to change everything. Just as the same goes with the Clippers. Once they figure out, put the ball in Harden's hand and everybody be ready to score, they'll be a better team as well.
Do we got an early prediction of who's going to be in the NBA Finals? Okay.
No, not. Remember, the only reason I say no is because they're not paying me for that yet. When they pay me for my predictions, I will turn into a genie and give them the winners. Plus, I usually don't want to predict anything until after the All-Star game, after all the trades. Let guys settle in. March is a great time because it's downhill then and guys are playing better.
Fair play, fair play. John Morant, he's coming off the suspension. He's going to be coming back. How far can he take this Memphis Grizzlies team?
Well, I'm sad that he had to have that suspension because I'm a huge John Morant fan. But time usually heals all wounds. Let's be happy it wasn't any other terrible situation. It could have been a situation, but he got to sit back and watch. And you can ask any player if they were allowed to take time off to heal all these little wounds, work on their game in the gym by themselves, sit with themselves. That's such an amazing thing, to sit with yourself. It moves so fast, Schmo. Like, hindsight is 20/20, and I do it. I try not to do it, but I do it all the time. What would have happened if I would have done more chin-ups, more push-ups, more crunches? What would have happened if I would have taken 500 to 1,000 shots a day? What if I would have just worked on the offensive game? If the coach would have understood that I was a scorer in college, I could have been in the pros. I ran into a situation with Chuck Daly. It was like, I need your defense, your rebound, and your energy. And when you bring just that to the game and we win 2 championships with what he has in the Detroit Pistons, that is, you do what's necessary. You have to sacrifice. So he definitely sacrificed his time, his money, and I hope he was able to grow to the person he's really going to become.
What do you make of the Schmo Chicago Bulls? Should they blow this thing up with Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan? They haven't performed up to standard. Do you like what they got in the Windy City, or is it time to kind of just blow things up?
Everybody's forgetting how stacked the entire NBA is. The parity in the NBA is amazing. Think about this. The Sacramento Kings are fire. So, everybody wants their Bulls to return back to the glory days of 91 to 93 and 96 to 98. It's a hard thing to do, especially when everybody has piped up. So once you're piped up like that, it's hard to get or to think, blow it up and start it all over. That's just not the way it is. You'll get into a groove. Anything can happen. Injuries can happen, and all of a sudden, they make a great trade in February, and they're back in contention.
And you've got a big project that you're working on. Tell all the schmoes out there what's going to be releasing here pretty soon.
Well, my partners, I'm executive producer of a documentary called Longevity Hackers. This is part 1. Schmo, this is how you live longer. We did the research around the world, talk with unbelievable experts about how people are living. Is it food? Is it environment? Is it pharmaceuticals? Like, a bunch of it. My friend Ed Norton came to my rescue, and he decided that he would narrate it. So, God willing, and the creek don't rise, you will see it streaming on a popular station soon. After he does that, and we're able to get in there to start negotiating, God willing, you'll see it soon.
You always got something cooking. You still look like you can play, by the way, John.
I look like I can play. Would I? I don't know. But yeah, I wish I could. I wish I wish there was a league for 50 and over that paid half for what I got paid in the NBA. I'd be hook shotting the hell out of it.
Hey, you still dominating the YMCA gyms, the Schmo can imagine, right?
Well, I stopped playing. I got more into yoga and Pilates and deep breathing, intermediate fasting, everything that I could to do another 60 years on this planet.
Well, you do great things. Can we get a final message for all the John Salley fans out there worldwide?
I would tell all the people out there that want to see interesting shows. I have a podcast coming out, and it's not just sports. It's sports, but it's so many other things that interest me that I wanted to know about. I'm a fan of Joe Rogan's podcast, and you learn so much when you watch this podcast. You may laugh some days. You learn some history. You get some point of views on health and wellness and life. So many things happen on his podcast, and I just try to mimic that and have as many interesting things to me that I hope are interesting to everyone else.
Well, one day you and the Schmo are going to have to discuss this whole alien situation because that's coming down the road.
Well, I know, man. I don't know what planet you're from, Schmo, but it's just east of planet Earth, which is cool. It's a friendly planet.
Certainly is, and you're a friendly guy. We appreciate your time. You're the pro. I'm the Schmo here at Mustang Sally's with John Salley, and we are out. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I have a very special guest joining us now. It's UFC 296 Fight Week. He's the number 13th ranked UFC middleweight. He's the action man, straight from sparring, right to the diner. Chris Curtis, thanks for joining us today, man.
What's up, man? I got a smoke up. This is pretty great. This is pretty awesome. I'm happy to be here. This is actually kind of exciting.
Live diner. We got to get this man some coffee here pretty soon. He loves his coffee. He loves his action.
I just got done getting hit in the face, so yeah, coffee is the only thing saving me soon. So please help me.
All right. So who was hitting you in the face today?
Everybody, man. I'm 5-6 weeks out now. So just right now, nothing specific. Just going through the room. Ty Gorder punched me in the face a lot. I think Edmund punched me in the face. Just a lot of punch in the face, memories starting. Oh God!
Thank
you're
you,
a
Allie.
Savior.
Yes, sir.
Always in the clutch. Always in the clutch.
She just saved me right now. I was dying. Thank you.
Do we need some cream?
Yes, please.
All right.
I don't drink black coffee. I'm not that manly yet. I'm trying.
Maybe you'll get there. Maybe you'll get there.
I'm trying. One day.
We got a live audience. We're going to get some questions coming in here pretty soon, but let's talk about you. You said you're getting ready. Camp's officially begun. You got UFC 297 over in Toronto. Marc-Andre Barriault. This is a big fight for you. Obviously sharing the fight card with your buddy, Sean Strickland, defending the belt against Dricus du Plessis. It's a big-time fight card.
It's pretty big. I do want to say that I was on this card first. I didn't get on after Sean. I was here. Sean got on after me. They just put him ahead of me for some reason. I don't know why. But I was here first. But, it's fun, man. It's Marc-Andre's a really tough dude. His nickname is Power Bar. It's a good fucking nickname. I don't know if I can cuss on it. That's a good nickname. So it's going to be tough, man. I really just hope I'm prepared to do the things to win the fight, but I'm really hoping we just get a blood and guts fight, man. That'd be great. I think Marc-Andre's that guy who's just the way he fights. So hopefully we get out there, try to kill each other, and see what happens.
What was the deal? You were training over in Idaho? There was you were a spy or something like that?
No,
what was the deal?
No, it's so strange. So one of my good teammates, good friend, John Poffey, was fighting in Boise, Idaho. And we go out there, and I was like, okay, well, I'm still training for a fight, so I wanted to train a little bit. And we called Straight Blast Gym, Idaho. And they're like, yeah, come to sparring. Then I go to sparring, and I didn't even know that this is where his opponent trained. His opponent was cutting weight, Antonio Jones. Super cool dude. Antonio Jones is a super cool guy. He's really cool. The front desk was really cool. Everybody's cool. I was like, oh, my bad, didn't know. He said, dude, I don't have a problem. He's cutting the weight. He's like, you can come use the sauna with us. Antonio was really cool. Everybody else was cool. It's a big gym. No one cared. But apparently the owner called and was mad and just being a little girl about it because he didn't want to give away his kung fu. Here's the thing, guys. If your gym is teaching you secret kung fu moves and no one knows, you need a new gym.
Here's the thing, guys. Your buddy Sean Strickland, man, that's his trademark words. He's rubbing off on you too much.
It has been years of this, and I hate myself more every time I say it. I hate myself more and more, but it rubs off on you.
Well, you guys got that Man Dance podcast going strong. That thing's just taken off since he's been champion, man. The guy's unfiltered. You're the one who has to kind of level him out these days, yeah?
Yeah, it used to be my full-time job was not getting Sean Strickland canceled, but ironically enough, hilariously enough, apparently there's a market for unfiltered Sean Strickland. So, hell, you guys wanted this, and he's giving you what you wanted. So, when this inevitably explodes and he's making fun of small children, you asked for this.
All right, the Schmo wants to go to some fan questions because we appreciate you all tuning in live right now. Some fans want to know, will you ever fight Sean Strickland? Yeah, the Schmo's seen you there in sparring. You guys work together, but would you ever fight the guy for money or for the belt on the line?
Oh, Sean and I've already said we would fight each other. He's like, we would fight each other, but it would require so much money that I don't think that they would actually be willing to pay it. But yeah, if they paid us right, like hell yeah, dude. I've been fighting that dude for like 7 years for free. If they'll pay us a few million, he would yell at me if I said no.
Probably more money or less money than a Murad Dvalishvili versus Aljamain Sterling?
Shit, dude, if they're gonna pay me like a lot of money, like that dude's been assaulting me for the last 7 years. So like I might as well get a paycheck out of it. So why the hell not?
So obviously you got cream and some sweetener in your coffee. Any favorite cheat meals you got? That's what we got right over here on the screen.
Dude, cheat meals, man. I am a big fan of I'm a barbecue guy. I'm a French toast guy. Like I like breakfast. When I'm training, I try not to eat breakfast foods. But like, man, I'll eat French toast and waffles till I'm sick in the face, man. Like, so burgers, barbecue, French toast and waffles.
Well, you're in the perfect location for that. It's just this is the wrong timing. We're gonna have to bring you back to Mustang Sally's to get a real cheat meal in you.
Yeah, like, guys, like, I wish you had like smell-o-vision. This smells amazing right now. I'm really sad I can't actually eat.
Hey, listen, someone's just asking right now why you don't throw kicks.
Because every kick I throw is 6 punches, so I'll just be economical. I'm 36, all right? Like, when I was young, I threw kicks. I used to throw a lot of kicks when I was young, but I'm 36 and I'm old, and every kick I throw, it could be 6 punches, so I'd rather throw 6 punches. But I promise you, we're working on it, all right? Like, it's a work in progress. There will be more kicks this fight, I promise. Just, keep your pants on.
All right. He's not going to leave the guests hanging. He's going to be ready to go. We're going to be right back in a few moments with more questions with Chris Curtis and previewing UFC 296. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere.
Ford Country wants to buy your Ford. We'll offer you top dollar for your Ford right now. All years, all models, any miles. Even if you didn't buy from us, you could put cash in your pocket or upgrade to your next vehicle today. Why sell to us? You get a fair price. And our process is hassle-free. Go to the dealer you can trust. Visit us in-store or at FordCountryHenderson.com and get top dollar for your car today. Get ready for the year-end sales event at Ford Country. We're clearing the lot, which means everything must go. This is your chance to save big with discounts of up to $6,000 off MSRP. Visit Ford Country in the Valley Auto Mall today.
And welcome back to Mustang Sally's. We're here with the action man, Chris Curtis. We're about to preview UFC 296, but there is one fan that wants to know the golden question. How crazy is the press conference going to be in the face-to-face for what we're going to see here?
I am genuinely horrified about how this press conference is going to go. I'm honestly afraid. I'm honestly afraid. Like, the things that I know Sean wants to say scare me. So I'm really curious to see how much he holds back and how much he's just Sean. But, oh my God, I'm just really grateful we're not going to have this fight in South Africa, because that would be really awkward for everyone. But this is going to be a mess. Like, this is going to be a circus, and I'm excited for it. I can't wait for it, but holy hell, I'm so afraid of what's going to happen.
So it's a wealth of riches, because we have the UFC 296 press conference on Thursday, and then we have that seasonal press conference on Friday, the one you're referring to, where we're going to have Dricus, we're going to have Strickland, we're going to have Topuria, Volkanovski, we're going to have O'Malley, Cheeto Vera.
No, we're blessed. I actually want the Ian Gary, Colby Covington interaction. That's going to be. Like, I hope Ian Gary just punches him. Like, Colby's going to say something. I hope Ian Gary just punches him. Like, do the right thing.
Well, listen, everyone's been piling on Ian Gary, man. Everybody. Your buddy Deshaun Strickland's been piling on him. Colby Covington. All these other people are just bunching on him.
I think it's really weird to be that involved in another man's personal life. It's very strange to me. But you know, people care about weird shit. Like the fighting community is a good example of you guys care about very strange things. So the more the merrier. I just don't care about another man's life that much to be that involved in it.
Now to the actual fighting component. We'll start at the top with Leon Edwards, Colby Covington. This matchup, stylistically, who do you like and what are you looking forward to seeing in this fight?
This is interesting because stylistically, I think technically on paper, like I would have to lean towards Colby just for the pace and whatnot. But man, like Leon Edwards has gotten better every single time he's fought. And, you know, everybody's like, oh, when he beat Kamaru, he was losing, and then Kamaru's knees are gone. Say what you will, like he did something no one else could do. He did what Colby couldn't do, twice actually. So, you know what? I gotta go Leon, man. He's done what Colby couldn't do. I'm not gonna doubt him. I think he's gonna pull it off.
Paddy the Baddy Pimblett, obviously controversial victory over Jared Gordon the last time we saw him compete. Tony Ferguson, must-win situation. We've been saying that his last few fights. What are your expectations for this one?
I just had this talk, guys. All right, listen up. So I'm a firm believer in the MMA gods. Well, like, you know, you do certain things, you corner people, you're a good teammate, you win fights, you get credit from the MMA gods, right? I cashed in a lot of my credit for when he fought Izzy. I was like, MMA gods, just give me this one thing. Anything I've earned since then, I want to cash in. I need Tony Ferguson to put an end to this. Like, if you're out there, MMA gods, hear me. Let Tony Ferguson put an end to this. Like, that's my prediction. I'm going Tony Ferguson. I refuse to believe it's over for him. I refuse to believe Paddy wins this fight. If there is anything right in the world, Tony Ferguson will win.
Quick pause in asking you these questions because the Schmo wants to get to the fans. Did becoming a father change you as a fighter?
I've been a father for 16 years, actually, guys. Like, my oldest is 16 years old. And most definitely, like, when you realize that you're responsible for somebody else, it gets kind of weird. It gets real. It gets really real really fast. And you really do start caring about other stuff a whole lot less because I'm like, man, at the end of the day, I can go do this. I can go be cool. I can go do all this stuff. But it doesn't matter at the end of the day, you know, there's another human being who looks up to you and you're responsible for, and you're all they know. So it definitely helps you put things in perspective.
You're a veteran in the fight game. It took you a long time to get the opportunity. You've waited so many moments. You got it. Came in the UFC, getting fights, getting victories. You're a ranked guy. Want to ask you about someone who's young and up and coming. We brought up his name, and Ian Machado Gary, fighting former training partner Vicente Luque. Everyone's been piling on him. Look at Uncle Chael's son, and he's made like a dozen videos already talking about the dynamics, the press conferences, stuff like that. Who's got more pressure on him than him? Is this guy got more pressure on them to win than anybody else in the fight card for 296?
I don't think so. I've trained with Ian. I was training with him for one fight before, some time with him. The thing about Ian Gary, man, is I will say the kid believes in himself more than anybody I've seen. Like, it's not just an act. He genuinely, truly believes everything he says. He believes that he's the next big thing. He believes that he's there. I think this is annoying, but I don't think it's any more pressure because, like, the dude, like, I'll give him credit. I wish that maybe just youth. Maybe I was like that confident when I was younger. When you get older, you have hiccups and whatnot and kind of start to doubt yourself. But he's got such belief in himself that, like, I don't think he cares. I think this kind of pisses him off and annoys him. But I just don't think he cares, man. Like, I've never seen somebody believe in themselves that much. It's pretty freaking insane. So at the end of the day, man, I think he's just gonna go be Ian Gary. Like, he believes that he is the future of the sport. He believes he's a star. I can't really imagine it being like that much more pressure for him than he already puts on himself already.
Kind of like house money, right? Because he didn't have a gym. In technicality, he's going from place to place. He's a young guy. He's undefeated. He wins. He's a hero. He loses. People will say he's got an excuse potentially, but there it is.
People don't get, man, being undefeated and gives you confidence. But like being on a win streak, especially undefeated win streak, momentum means a lot in fighting. Like when you lose a fight and you have to rebuild, that takes a lot out of you. It really, like, every time you take that loss, it's a chip on your confidence. But to be at this point in your career in the UFC, having never lost, with all these wins behind you, that's momentum that, like, you know, that means a lot to fighters. I used to think it was BS, but that means a lot to fighters actually. So it's house money, and he's got a really good hand.
We're going to go to a quick commercial break. When we get back, we're going to wrap things up with the Action Man, number 13 ranked UFC middleweight. Stay tuned, guys.
Why service your Ford with Ford Country? Because your Ford deserves the best. And because now more than ever, you need a car you can rely on and a dealer to go the extra mile. Our Ford-trained certified technicians only use Ford genuine parts, ensuring your car's performance and safety. Plus, you get a complimentary multi-point inspection with any visit. At Ford Country, we don't want to be known as the service department. We strive to be known as your service department. Don't wait. Schedule your next service appointment online today.
This is the Schmo. Hey there, pal. The Schmo couldn't help but to notice that your balls seem to be sticking to the inside of your leg. The Schmo knows just the thing. Try these. For the boys. Different colors and sizes? Sheaths got you covered.
Hey, those are great underwear.
Hey, I need to get some sheath underwear.
You certainly do. We're back here live from Mustang Sally's with the Action Man, Chris Curtis. There's some fan questions going around. Listen, you're a very active guy in social media. The Schmo saw the question. Why'd you delete your Twitter, man?
You know what? The only social media I have left is my Instagram, really, and I've since realized that, okay, you guys are getting mad at this one, but I'll say it. Especially being in the public eye with people, like, it takes a lot of time. Somebody who goes down rabbit holes, and I now realize that everyone on social media has something to say, even if you don't have the right to say it, or, everyone has an opinion, even if that opinion means absolutely zero. So I've met a lot of awesome people on social media, got a lot of great fans. Now I talk to you guys, sorry for being gone. But I refuse to give a platform to people who have never done anything, who've never accomplished anything, and you're just gonna sit here and just talk. I'm like, why should I give you a platform to make your voice equal to everyone else's? And you shouldn't. I don't want to hear it. I don't think you've earned the right to say half the shit people say. So I just got rid of it, and my life is that much easier for it.
Yeah, probably is, man.
I am way happier without Twitter. Twitter is terrible.
All right, we got another question. Is Casey O'Neill ready to take the throne? She's your teammate over there at Extreme Couture.
Dude, I watched Casey work out today, and I love Casey O'Neill to death. And I'm telling you guys, when she is on, she is on. She is a violent little. I don't know what she fight, 125, 115. She wants it, man. Casey has a hate in her heart and a darkness that is actually kind of concerning. But man, she loves to fight. I can't wait to watch her fight. Ooh.
Are you a fan of other sports besides mixed martial arts?
I watch boxing, and I'm kind of starting to watch kickboxing. I don't like sports football. I played football growing up, and I've kind of fallen out of it. I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio. I watched the Bengals disappoint my best friend's family my entire life, and I'm just like, you know what? I won't get on that train. So I watch boxing, watch kickboxing, and that's about it.
What'd you think about Haney Prograis this past weekend?
I didn't expect. I knew Haney's a technician. I knew he'd be really technical. I didn't think he was gonna dismantle Prograis like that. That actually hurt me. I'm a Prograis fan. Rigorou, that sucked. But we can't doubt Devin Haney anymore. The dream indeed, man. That was a masterclass. That hurt my feelings.
Who's your number one pound-for-pound boxer right now?
I am gonna go. It was Inoue, whatever, Japanese guy. That dude has done some of the craziest things at a weight that you don't usually see that type of power at. It's him, and Canelo's still got to be one or two, just because who has done that? Even with the losses lately, who has done that much recently to just? He's become the face of boxing, and I don't know how many weight classes gone from 47 on up to freaking 75 now. So with the losses, I don't care. Canelo's still probably 1 or 2, like hands down.
Well, Action Man, we appreciate you coming on. If we get a final message for all the Chris Curtis fans out there worldwide.
You know what? I love you guys. You guys are great. Fighting's been weird, man. I got here late. I always wanted the recognition for it. You guys have made like this worth it. All you guys to support me, I really love you guys. You guys are absolutely amazing. You make me want to do this more and more. As cliched as it sounds, when I fight, I really do try to put on a show for you guys. Even sometimes at my own detriment, I really want you guys to enjoy seeing me fight, win, lose, or draw. So I'm going to keep doing my thing. I'll focus more on winning instead of just fighting, I promise. We're going to correct the ship 297. We get back in the win column. To everybody that hates me, keep watching as well because you still pay my salary, and I love you too because you help pay my salary.
Well, we appreciate you stopping by here. He's the Action Man, Chris Curtis. Coming up next, over the weekend, the Schmo paid a visit to NFL legend Adrian Peterson. Stay tuned, the Schmo on the go.
Oh, you know, it's like the way the league is now all.
This is the Schmo with the 7-time Pro Bowler. He's 5th all-time in the NFL, all-time rushing yards list. He's the 2012 MVP. He's AD all-day Adrian Peterson, the future Hall of Famer, inside your home, Houston, Texas. How we doing?
You know what? I'm doing amazing. I'm doing amazing. I can't complain.
Neither can the Schmo. It's the Schmo on the go. We were supposed to see you in Las Vegas for the Raiders hosting the Minnesota Vikings. It didn't happen, so that's why the Schmo went on the road to see you in the flesh inside your home.
Yeah, you know, and you know what? I'm glad that you came down and it worked out. Things didn't work out there, but it worked out here. So we're here. So you know what? That's all that matters, right?
The only thing that matters, we live in the Schmoment.
Exactly.
Now talk to the Schmo for a second, man. We know you were talking to RG3 not too long ago. You're still interested to be playing professional football. What's the situation? Will we see you in the NFL again, Adrian?
You know, I'm hoping that you guys will see me in the NFL, but who knows? You know, like I've been in this situation before, so I know how it goes. You know, it's like the playoffs is coming around, so maybe you get a call. Maybe, you know, who knows? But if that doesn't happen, it doesn't matter. You know, I played 14 years in the league, and I did an awesome job, and you know, I've been around some incredible organizations, but you know, I have the desire to still play. So if it happens, then it happens. If not, then you know, it wasn't meant to be.
2012, you're the last running back to win the MVP award. Do you think we're going to see another MVP that's a running back? And if we do, who do you think it's going to be?
I don't know. You know, it's like the way the league is kind of like how it's going now. You know, it might be a while before we see another running back win the MVP, and it really might be a while. But you know, like my hopes are high. You know, because I advocate for that position, and I feel like there's so many guys that can do incredible things coming from the running back position. You know, McCaffrey, for example, like this guy, this motherfucker to me like shit. Like, you know, and I'm just gonna be straight up. I don't ever remember a white boy running a rock the way he runs it. Like just in general, just growing up in general, like you don't see white guys in the running back position that really like make a statement. He's making a freaking statement, a fucking statement. Let me just be real. He's making a statement. Like this guy, like McCaffrey, I like he's awesome. Like he's really, really good. One of my best friends, Trent Williams, who happens to be the left tackle for the 49ers. Like when I talk to him and he has the comments and things that he had to say about McCaffrey, that does it all. Like my eyes see and I'm able to evaluate, but talking to him too, who's a first ballot Hall of Famer type, left tackle, talking to him and what he had to say about this young guy, it solidifies it for me. You know what I'm saying? So if there's anyone that can do it, I think McCaffrey's gonna be the guy.
It's safe to say he's your favorite guy to watch right now, who can hold the pigskin, who runs the rock?
Without a doubt. I look honestly I look and I try to find something that I can't like about him. And I'm just like, you know what? He's not gonna run the ball that hard. He's not gonna hit the hole this hard. I can't find anything. He hits the hole hard as hell. He obviously he catches the ball well. He's elusive. Like, the motherfucker good, man. Like, I get respect when respect is due. He's good as fuck. He's really, really good. He's really talented. A smart player. He's good, man. I gotta give it to him. And when I watch him, he's excellent.
Especially in this era when many teams go to running back by committee.
Yeah, man. He's excellent, man. I take my hat off to him. I salute him. And if you're watching, I tell you, hey, continue to do what you do. Continue to perfect your craft. You are MVP caliber easily, without a shadow of a doubt.
We'll talk to the Schmo for a second, man. As one of the greatest running backs of all time, who's on your Mount Rushmore? Top 4 all time. You can include yourself.
Barry Sanders, first and foremost. 2,800 yards, 44 touchdowns in college. What? Are you serious?
Did you catch Bye Bye Barry on Amazon Prime yet?
Man, listen. The craziest thing is that people will be like, hey, so Adrian, off the record, or we just talking to you, who do you think you were the best ever? And I say, yeah, because that's the way I played the game, because I played the game to be the best ever to do it, right? And then I always got to come back and look at Barry and was like, whew. I just got to be, I'm a realist, so I have to be real with myself. Like, damn, Barry Sanders was fucking me on a total different level, man.
Well, 2 different styles, man, because between the tackles, you ran people over. You trucked everybody.
I don't think no one's better than me between the tackles when it comes to that. I think I was the best to ever do it when it comes to that. When it comes to being elusive and picking up yards, nobody did it better than Barry Sanders.
Okay, so we got you, we got Barry Sanders, we got 2 more.
We got Walter Payton. Walter Payton. We got Sweetness. Who else? That's a good question.
Well, on the Sweetness note, everyone talks about Tom Brady as the GOAT, but Sweetness did it all because he could punt, he could block, he could run, he could pass.
Yeah, he can do everything. I'm trying to see who else, though. Who's coming in at the number 4 position, man? In my mind, this is based off of, Emmitt Smith, obviously.
Numbers, yeah. Durability,
and then people, and I give him a hard time too because he played for the Cowboys and they had that incredible offensive line, a Hall of Fame offensive line, right? But with that being said, people they disrespect Emmitt Smith like he wasn't that guy. Emmitt Smith was the fucking guy. Emmitt Smith could run that ball, and how he did it was special. Emmitt Smith was awesome. And people forget about what he did in high school, what he did in college in Florida. They kind of forget about that when you kind of put him up when you put him up there as the GOAT because he has the most yards ever, and they make it seem like he wasn't that guy and didn't really accomplish anything. And everything they accomplished was because of the offensive line he had, which had a lot to do with it. Okay. But outside of that, he was incredible as. When you put that rock in his hand, hey, if I'm gonna say this, if I had to pick a team and I needed a running back, Emmitt Smith would be the running back that I pick.
There it is.
Because he had that mentality and he had that grind and that grit about him that made him special. I don't care how good your offensive line is, you can't be the all-time leading rusher. Just because, you know what I'm saying? You can't be that guy. So I say LT. LT. That's my guy. I would say Emmett, but LT. LT will be my guy that I'm sitting there at 4th. I think he might be 6 or 7 all-time leading rusher. I remember passing him and Bettis around the same time. But LT, man, LaDainian Tomlinson was awesome.
Well, back to you, legend man. If you were to put your finger in the wind and speculate, does the buck stop here? Are you going to be fifth all time, or do we see you back in the uniform and you surpass a Frank Gore? What's going to happen with you?
You know, God's willing, I get the opportunity to play again, and I continue to go because I don't want the buck to stop here. Like, even if it's not even, I'm turning 39 in March. I don't care if it's 40. Like, you had Tom Brady, you had Brett Favre, you had quarterback that played at 40 years old, right?
Joe Montana, mid-40s.
So, but for me, I want to present that situation where someone brings me in and give me opportunity, and they see like, damn, you know? Like, even at 40, I'm saying that looking a year ahead, right? Even at 40, 41, like, you can still play this game. Like, kind of like it's baseball, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I know that I have the ability to be able to do that. I know that God has blessed me with the talent to be able to go out there and do incredible things, even at this age where people will be like, you bringing in a 39-year-old running back? Yeah, I am.
Well said. Let's wrap this thing up. It's a beautiful home. You got your Christmas tree decorations. Yeah. Can we get a final message for all the AD fans out there worldwide?
I would just say, the journey isn't over. I haven't hung it up just yet. And I hear people all the time, you retired yet? How you retired? I'm like, I ain't retired. So I haven't hung it up. God's willing, I get the opportunity to do it again. Even if it's at the age of 40, I want to be able to show that even at that age, you can dominate and you can do some incredible things. Because it sends a message outside of playing football, right? It sends a bigger message to me. So that's what I want to do. But I want to say, you know what? I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support and everything you guys have blessed me with. It's always good to run into you guys and encounter you guys. When you guys show me that love, it's humbling and it's fulfilling, So just thank you for all the love you've showed me throughout the years that I played in Minnesota and even with other teams that I've been around. Like, my fans are so loyal and dedicated, and they show so much love. So I just want to say, you know what? I salute you guys, and I appreciate the love.
Well said. The Schmo's got one more question, actually. When you inevitably get inducted into the Hall of Fame, do you know who is going to be introducing you during that speech?
I don't know just yet. But if I had to say off the top of my head, probably my pops. Yeah. Probably my pops.
A living legend, one of the greatest to ever do it. He's the pro. I'm the Schmo. This is the Schmo on the go. We're out. Dancing with the Stars, man. You're going Hollywood. How are your moves? Can you bust something out for the Schmo right here? A little salsa? What do you got?
Maybe a little shoulder work. Yeah.
Helen, how we doing?
Hey, the Schmo, I had so much fun the other night.
Yeah.
I was thinking we should definitely do that again.
Again?
Want to come back to the Pleasure Palace tonight? 7:30 sharp.
You got it, baby.
Bye, Daddy.
All right. How is the Schmo gonna become the pro? Again! Welcome back to A Cup of Schmo. We are going to the Zoom camera right now with a very special guest. We have 16-year MLB pro and Dodgers analyst, Jerry Hairston Jr. Jerry, thanks for joining us here today.
Thanks for having me, brother. How you been?
Hey, the Schmo can't complain. You were the first live guest on the Schmo and the Pro back in the day, so now you're the first live via Zoom on the Cup of Schmo. We had to have you.
Wow, I appreciate that. I didn't realize I was the first one here via Zoom, but good to see you again.
It's great to see you, man. Listen, let's talk about your Dodgers. No secret, huge news. Shohei Ohtani's $700 million contract, 10 years, the richest contract in North American history. What's your overall reaction to this news?
Well, I'm excited. Obviously, all Dodger fans should be. You have the best athlete on the planet right now. He'll be repping the Dodgers for the next 10 years. Yes, it is a lot of money, $700 million, a lot of money. But if you really look at the contract and you break it down, it's actually a team-friendly contract. It allows the Dodgers to continue to be aggressive in the free agent market as well as the trade market to add other pieces, not just this offseason, for many years to come. So you get the most talented athlete on the planet on board for your Dodgers. I'm excited.
And listen, this guy had high hopes, high expectations coming into the league. He's exceeded those expectations. There's a reason why he's getting the money he's getting. So what do you think this does to the Dodgers? Does this make them the automatic front runner for the World Series this upcoming season?
I don't think so. I think the Dodgers understand they need to continue to add pieces. Like I said, I think they're not done. I think they need to get two pitchers, front of the rotation type of pitchers, to go along with youngsters like Bobby Miller, Ryan Pepiot, Sheehan, and so forth. Walker Buehler will come back into the mix, who is an ace in his own right. He's coming off of Tommy John surgery, but he's expecting to be back sometime in May and to be added to the rotation. He's an absolute beast. But I think the Dodgers are heading in the right direction this offseason, adding a generational type talent in Shohei Ohtani. And Schmo, I love the fact that you said Shohei Ohtani has exceeded expectations, because he certainly has. Because everybody said, coming over from Japan, there is no way a player could be able to do both. To succeed on the pitching mound as he has, as an ace pitcher, but also thrive as a hitter. He has gotten better as a hitter. 44 bombs last year, 304 average. Now you put him in this Dodger lineup, he just makes the Dodger lineup that much better. He will pitch again in 2025. Are the Dodgers the favorite? They're expected to not only be in the World Series, but win the World Series. That is the expectation every year. If you put on Dodger blue, you expect championships. It's not about, division titles, which is nice, but it's about championships. And that's what this Dodger team wants to do year in and year out.
Well, you're a student of the game, Jerry. It's in your bloodline. You know the history of this game. A lot of comparisons early on and maybe currently to Babe Ruth, because obviously the pitching and the hitting. What do you think? Is that fair? Is that foul? Do you like those comparisons? I mean, obviously this guy's still extremely young and he's got a lot to do. We weren't alive for Babe Ruth, but what do you think?
I love the comparison. Obviously Babe Ruth did both. He was an incredible pitcher back in the day, and obviously we know about his home runs and his hitting prowess. But Babe Ruth really didn't do what Shohei Ohtani has done. Babe Ruth really started as a pitcher and then transitioned as a hitter and focused on hitting and no longer pitched. Shohei Ohtani has done both for quite some time now, and he's done it in such a great way. I don't like to compare eras, especially in baseball, because they're just so far apart. Babe Ruth did his thing. He is an iconic figure for an iconic franchise like the New York Yankees. So I'd like to say Babe Ruth is the West Coast Babe Ruth of this generation.
Hey, it looks like your golf game's good, going pretty strong here. I mean, you're looking pretty sprite. What are you doing in the offseason right now?
I'm having a great offseason. I am playing some golf, working out. I love to go back and forth between Arizona and LA. I love to hit up the golf course. And at times, I like to hit up the gym. So I try to keep in shape. So, I'm trying to be like you. You're always cut, fit, ready to roll. And I know you're in Vegas. That's a huge fight town, fight city. Try to make sure I keep in my fighter's weight.
We appreciate that. Yeah, the Schmo's seen you hitting mitts. I mean, is there any boxers that you're following these days, or any MMA fighters that you like to watch?
This is the Schmo. Hey there, pal. The Schmo couldn't help but to notice that your balls seem to be sticking to the inside of your leg. The Schmo knows just the thing. Try these. For the boys. Different colors and sizes? Sheaths got you covered.
Connection on Zoom. That's okay because we're joined by Allie, who's the manager here for Mustang Sally's. You've been doing a great job pouring the Schmo and his guests some cup of coffee. We had to have you on right here.
That's right. Thank you.
Appreciate
Thanks for having
that.
me.
Of course. Are you a Dodgers fan?
I'm not a Dodgers fan.
Okay. Who's your teams?
I'm a New York fan.
Okay.
So we got DeVito killing it last night. We got the Yankees. And I'm a LeBron fan, so we're going to stick with LeBron on basketball.
That's right. The Schmo just saw him play in the flesh right here in the Vegas in-season tournament. The guy's still going strong. He's unstoppable.
He is. He's going to stick around to play with his son, I feel like, Bronny.
Okay, he certainly is. But let's talk about this beautiful diner.
Let's talk
How
about
the
it.
heck did you get a diner attached to a Ford dealership?
Because we have a genius owner. He's like, you know, you're here at a car dealership doing stuff that takes at least an hour, getting your oil changed, buying cars. Might as well put a restaurant in there, kill some time eating some good food.
You certainly do. We got the today's special, the buffalo chicken sandwich. When we get the Schmo sandwich, huh?
Whenever you want. That could be our next special.
Okay. All right, we like that. We like it. And you got a lot of Raiders fans coming in here because that's the hometown team. We know you like DeVito. We know you like your Giants, but what about Raiders?
We got a lot of Raider fans in the building. In and out of this place, we get them even, those guys come in here to eat. So we have some good rapport out there.
What was the deal this past Sunday? They couldn't even score. It was like a soccer game. The Schmo had just as many points in his high school playing career as the Raiders did.
Hey, I had Devontae Adams on my fantasy football, and thanks to him not doing anything, I got Big Bezo in my fantasy football passing me, and now we got the ASM Chem right beneath me. So things are getting spicy over here in our fantasy football.
A little dealership action right here, fantasy football action.
For that money, like DeVito, we got to get that money.
So who's winning?
Who's gonna win or who's winning?
Both.
I'm gonna take it all.
You're gonna take it on your league.
I'm taking it all, and I know Bezo and Kim are watching, so.
You're in the playoffs.
That's right.
So is the Schmo.
That's right.
And do you know
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that. Do you know who's on the Schmo's fantasy football team?
Who?
The Raiders' Jakobi Meyers. And we caught up with him on the Schmo on the Go.
Oh my goodness.
A few days back. Let's check it out. Jakobi Meyers, Schmo on the Go.
This is the Schmo on the go with the pro. He was undrafted 2019. He's the wide receiver for the Las Vegas Raiders. Jakobi Meyers in the flesh, Flanker Sports Bar and Kitchen. How we doing, man?
I'm good, man. How about you?
The Schmo can't complain, man. Listen, you're having a career year, 7 touchdowns, the best year you've had so far. What do you attribute that success to?
Just working, man. A lot of losses that I took over the past. It kind of just came back full circle. Just capitalized on the moment.
Came into the league 2019, played with the Patriots. What's the biggest lesson you learned playing with Tom Brady?
Man, it's being great take a lot more than I thought it did originally, you know what I mean? So I had to go reevaluate, talk to myself, see what I really wanted in life.
Scale 1 to 10, 10 being the best. How's the bars of team captain, the Condor Max Crosby, inside the locker room when you guys are getting the victory?
10 for sure. He always the same dude, same energy. Kind of resembled a little bit, but he a good dude. I like him a lot, 10.
He's a great man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Who's your favorite guy to party with on the team?
All of them. You know what I'm saying? Every Sunday when we win, all of them.
This week, Devontae Adams, high praise for you, calling you underrated, man. People are overlooking you. That's a great guy, too. He's a great running man. When you hear great words of praise like that, how's it make you feel?
It's cool. I appreciate it for sure. He a good dude, too, though, man. He go out there and put his best stuff on tape every day, too, so I appreciate that a lot.
You guys are still in the playoff hunt. What do you think it's going to take to get over the hump and make the playoffs for these Las Vegas Raiders?
Do our best every day. You know what I mean? Flush everything that was in the past and just keep going forward.
What's your favorite part of the city, Sin City, so far?
Off the strip, for sure. It's cool. It's cool out here. The mountains, cool too, so.
Go-to restaurant?
Ooh, what was the name of it? Oh, Sparrow and Wolf.
Can't go wrong with that.
Can't at all, nah, for sure.
We get a shout out to the Black Hole?
To the Black Hole, for sure, man. I appreciate y'all every week. Thank you.
And can we get a final message for all the Jakobi Meyers fans out there worldwide?
I wouldn't be here without y'all, man. So thank you. I hope y'all keep supporting for sure.
He's a humble man. He's putting up numbers. Wide receiver, Las Vegas Raiders. The Schmo on the go. He's the pro. I'm the Schmo. We're out.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Schmo Live here at Mustang Sally's. Just want to give a shout out to Jimmy Functional Snacks. These protein bars, high in protein, low in sugar, they're fantastic. They're the favorites of Kelvin Gastelum, a Triple C, Henry Cejudo, an OG like Randy Couture. You can get these things at Walmarts nationally and on Amazon. Get your Jimmy on. The Schmo loves these things. And by the way, the Schmo's still taking comments online. Let's go to those. Make a cup of Schmo every week, please. That's what we're trying to do here. Got to start somewhere. We're starting in the diner. Love to talk sports every day. Let's do a cup of Schmo every week. Cheers to that. We appreciate you. And ladies and gentlemen, you don't want to go anywhere. Stay tuned. Oh, we got another comment. Blessed to be you all. Hope you have a great Christmas. Yes, absolutely. To everybody watching, we appreciate you. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Hanukkah. Happy New Year. It's the holiday spirit. We appreciate you all. And up next, very, very special edition for the Schmo versus the Pro with UFC Hall of Famer Urijah Faber. Check it out.
In honor of Formula One coming to Las Vegas, the Schmo got inspired. The Schmo's going to be doing some off-roading. This is the Schmo versus the Pro. This is a Schmo. We got the pros. We got UFC Hall of Famer Urijah Faber. We got 8-time off-road champion BJ Baldwin. We're here for the Test Track Mid 400. You won the thing back in 2011. What are we getting ourselves into today, man?
We're going to go over really, really big bumps at a very high rate of speed. This particular test track is my suspension test area, so we're going to have some fun today.
Who do you think is going to be a better driver between the Faber and the Schmo? The Schmo versus the Pro here.
That's tough to say. Probably Urijah, because he's a pro athlete and he takes stuff really, really seriously as it relates to performing well. Is that accurate?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. You're screwed, buddy.
You're good with the bumps?
We'll see. I may fly out. I'm small and agile, so if I pop out, I'm bumping right back in. I'm not scared, homie.
Hope you didn't eat too big of a lunch today because it's all coming out of the system. Let's do this. right, California kid, how'd you think you did out there?
I did all right. I mean, trying to stay within the rules and win. Pretty easy day at work.
You think you went faster than the Schmo?
There's only one way to find out. The clock doesn't lie, buddy.
Clock doesn't lie. What about your performance? You think you can handle that thing, or what?
Yeah, it's not too bad. I think I could probably step on the gas a little bit, but when you got someone fragile in the car, you got to take it easy at times.
He's taking shots already. Final thoughts, California kid.
I want to do this again. Throw a little caution to the wind. I feel like I was just getting a little taste.
All right, BJ, you're the pro. What'd you think of Urijah's driving out there?
I thought it was fantastic. He really tried to get on some of the bumps. Through some of these big holes, he was really, really pushing hard, and I thought he did really well.
How about the Schmo?
No comment.
Welcome back, party people, to Mustang Sally's here on A Cup of Schmo. I'm joined by all-star Ford salesman Dauda Kamara. Dauda, thanks for joining the Schmo here today live at Mustang Sally's.
Thank you so very much. I'm happy to be here.
Hey, listen, man, you're here because you are an all-star salesman. Ford, baby, they do big things. You saw the Schmo racing, man. What's going on with you?
Hey, it's just like being in a place where the dealership takes care of its employees, and that's why I'm here today. And I've been here 6 years now, and I'm happy to be here at all time. And being a top salesperson at this dealership makes me amazed.
So talk to the Schmo for a second, man. There's a lot of great potential Schmo-mobiles out there, but what's your favorite cars right now that you guys are selling on the market?
Right now, the most selling vehicles are the Mach-E, Ford Escape, the Broncos, and Explorers.
Mach-E, that's fully electric, yeah?
Fully electric, yes.
You got a little cheat sheet here, don't you? What do you got notes for us?
Right now, on the 2023 Mach-E Select, MSRP at $49,243.
Okay.
We're looking at zero down, which means no money from your pocket. $646 per month.
Yeah.
Or you choose 75 month at 3.9. And this is all on OAC, meaning on approved credit.
Wow, a lot of great deals. And this is, of course, by the way, before the Schmo discount, right?
Right, that's before the Schmo discount. And you want to hear this also. 3 months, no payment. 3 months, zero payment.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Can you remind the world where we are right now? Because this is a diner that's attached to Ford Country right here in Las Vegas.
At the Auto Show Mall, at Anderson, Ford Country, we are #1 for a reason. So come here, 280 North Gibson, Anderson, at the Auto Show Mall.
Well, you guys got to be #1. You allowed the Schmo to do this live Cup of Schmo right here.
Right. And more goodies are here for the Ford Bronco 2023 Bronco Sport Big Ben, MSRP $32,905, zero cash down, $427 per month, or you choose 75 months at 3.9%, and at the same time, 1.9%, and zero payments for 90 days, 3 months.
What's the website?
www.fordcountrylv.com.
There it is, www.fordcountrylv.com. Check it out. We're going to go to commercial. We'll be right back.
Get ready for the year-end sales event at Ford Country. We're clearing the lot, which means everything must go. This is your chance to save big with discounts of up to $6,000 off MSRP. Visit Ford Country in the Valley Auto Mall today.
This is the Schmo. Hey there, pal. The Schmo couldn't help but to notice that your balls seem to be sticking to the inside of your leg. The Schmo knows just the thing. Try these. For the boys. Different colors and sizes? Sheaths got you covered.
This is a Cup of Schmo live here at Mustang Sally's in Las Vegas, Nevada. You just saw a completely loaded show. We covered the NFL, we covered boxing, we covered the UFC, we covered the NBA, we covered MLB. What doesn't the Schmo cover? We love our sports. Now we're taking a couple questions. Let's put it up on the screen here as we wrap this thing up. Love you, Schmo. We love you too. Thanks for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. Keep them up coming. Keep these questions in. The Schmo for president? We stay out of politics, but never say never, ladies and gentlemen. Never say never. What else we got right here on screen? Cue it up, producer. To be honest, I prefer his interviews way more than other people. So yeah, we appreciate you, yeah. What else we got? Hot cup coming. Schmo the GOAT. We salute you all. Michael Jordan, that's the Schmo's GOAT. Thank you much. Thank you much. Thank you much. This type of production that makes you want to rush home or out of the bed to watch on the TV. Maybe one day, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe one day. Let's keep this thing rolling. Schmo is the bomb. We appreciate you all. And ladies and gentlemen, without you, the Schmo can't do what he does. This is the Cup of Schmo. We hope to see you soon. We certainly won't stop coming. Until next time, the Schmo is out.